Alright, hello, welcome everybody. We're talking about crypto mining today. As you guys probably know from listening to the news and everything, these GPUs are the most important part of crypto. So we have the GeForce 3060s here, mainly because they were the only ones that we could get our hands on. We got them through StockX. They were about $900. These will get about $8 per day each in profit. And you can check that on places like minerstat.com when you're looking up which one of these to buy to kind of compare the cost to the profit that it's getting you. What you're also going to need is these guys. These are dummy HDMI ports. So what that basically does is tricking these into thinking something's plugged into them. So NVIDIA has tried to block people from using these for mining. So it'll shut off if something isn't plugged into them. These will make it think that there is something plugged into them. Secondly, we have a couple motherboards. We made a couple mistakes in the process. That's going to be normal unless you do your research beforehand. Luckily, we bought them through reputable sources that are easy to return. So this one right here, MSI X470 AMD motherboard. The problem with this one, it has a lot of PCI connectors, which means that we can put a lot of GPUs on it, but it'll be throttled based on it not having a specific thing from NVIDIA called NVIDIA SLI. So it'll run one of them at 100% and the other at 50, which means we're down to $12 a day in profit instead of 16. So we're returning this one for that reason. The second one we brought prior was for a different reason. This one's an Intel motherboard, this one's AMD. We just realized the cost was a bit cheaper to go with an AMD processor and motherboard than with Intel. So even the new motherboard uses this CPU. This is an AM4 socket CPU, AMD Athlon, pretty standard. To check this stuff in the motherboard, you can go to PCPartsCompare.com and just plug in the motherboard and CPU you got. It should tell you if it's compatible, as well as the memory you're getting there too. PC Parts Compare is really good, where you can just like select memory after you input the CPU and motherboard, so you can see all the memory and the prices and everything that's compatible with what you have currently. Lastly, we do have these GPUs, which the same way we're going to return them after receiving them. This one right here, it's 850 watts compared to this one that's 750 watts. So you would think it would be more powerful, but this one only has one plug for a GPU. So basically for a 2 GPU setup, or if we want to do more, we would need multiple ones of these, which really isn't as cost effective as getting this 750. Which this 750, as you can see here, it has 6 PCI CPU slots. So that means one will probably be taken by the CPU, and then we can power 5 other GPUs from this guy right here. Other than that, we have a basic hard drive. We have a CPU fan right here, and we have a box of 5 fans right here. So when we do want to upgrade and get more GPUs, we're pretty much all covered. And then we also have a mining rack, which we'll put in the summary in the comments along with the new motherboard we got, so that you can see what's going on there. The mining rack has everything you need to have up to 6 GPUs, all the fans and everything going on there. So pretty much set on that end.